Bizarre stories from the subscribers. Hello, my name is Beatriz. Here at home, every time my mom frees boliños de chuva, she tells me a really interesting story that happened in her youth. And it was on that day that I got the most scared. She tells me that when she was 17, she was the babysitter for her younger cousin named Jennifer. While my mother's aunt, who was responsible for Jennifer, went out to do some shopping in the city. That afternoon, my mother sat on the living room floor with Jennifer and spread out the toys so she could play. My mother was sensitive and soon began to feel an evil presence in the house. Or something like, my God, I'm alone in a scary house with a child. That crossed her mind, but she ignored those thoughts, so she wouldn't make the fear she was feeling worse. That's when Jennifer suddenly stopped playing, and she looked at the door of the dark room, which was right next to the living room, and she started crying like crazy, man, pointing toward the darkness. My mom immediately stood up, pale and trembling, and asked Jennifer, "What are you seeing?" And she answered, "Monster!" My mother, on impulse, grabbed her and ran through the living room to the kitchen. And as she was passing from one room to another, behind her back, she felt an extremely tall presence. She got even more terrified and ran to the gate outside, right, man? Getting ready to run out to the street if necessary. In the yard outside the house, there was Kiko, the family dog. When he saw my mom running outside, he got up and ran inside. And from outside, my mom heard Kiko barking furiously at something. Right, man? What's going on? The little dog is upset about something that's inside. Look, it's not possible that there's nothing there. It even seemed like he was attacking a monster. That's when my mom saw the weirdest thing of her life in the backyard of the house. She was looking inside and saw the little dog man being thrown against the wall by something invisible. The dog literally flew and hit the wall. Damn, man, the little dog crawled over to her and hid behind her. My mom saw no other solution but to pray that whatever it was wouldn't come after her. So she kept praying, and after a while, that thing went away. My mom told her aunt when she got back from the market, but her aunt didn't believe any of it. She thought it was just a kid's imagination. I'm Jefferson, and this story I'm about to tell you happened not long ago. About 2 months ago. I live in an old house, but it's already been through some renovations. You know how it is, changing the floor, fixing a leaky roof, dealing with damp walls. Until one night, it started raining a lot. Apparently, no problems had shown up. When I was sleeping, I heard a noise. It sounded like something was cracking. I ignored it and tried to fall asleep. It could be something in my head and I'm just hearing things. When we fall asleep, our mind keeps working. Maybe it was just my imagination. So the next day, I woke up to my phone alarm. It was time to go to school. Little by little, I started remembering what I had dreamed. That night, in my dream, I was lying down messing with my phone. A hole opened up beneath my bed, and a red hand pulled everything down. I fell into a deep abyss, and it was agonizing. I kept thinking about that dream all day. Actually, it was a nightmare. Right in the late afternoon when I was getting home, there was no one there yet. My parents hadn't come back from work yet, as usual, right? So I went inside, and to my surprise, I saw a crack on the living room floor and I got scared. It looked like something had happened to the ground. I went to my room and bizarrely, I saw that where my bed used to be, there was a huge hole. I got closer and saw the bed down there all broken. That dream I had seems like it was a warning about what was going to happen. Imagine if I had been there sleeping and that happened. My parents arrived hours later and were shocked by all of it. We moved out of that house And later, they told me there was a floor below, a kind of abandoned basement. And because it was so old, the structure ended up collapsing right where my bed was. That's crazy. Guys, I released another comic in the store, Cartoon Cat vs. Siren. It's a story set in a land destroyed by these bizarre creatures and shows the fight between these two titans. Who will be the winner of this battle is the big question we all want to know. And if you don't know, we have the story of Leo and Grandma in an adventure against the forces of evil. Children from the neighborhood are mysteriously disappearing. What could be happening? Will Leo and Grandma be able to solve this mystery? We have other comics too. Add this WhatsApp from the store and we will assist you.
Hello, Leo. My name is Maria Clara, and my mom was the one who told me this story.
My grandmother used to go to the cemetery every weekend and would collect the flowers left for the deceased at the end of the day. That way, her house would always have plenty of flowers. Very colorful and fragrant too. My mother was just a child and didn't feel comfortable doing that. But she was forced by my grandmother to go with her. You know how it is, right? When your parents say something, it's like, hey, one day, while my grandmother was on one side of the cemetery collecting loot, picking up every flower she could find, my mother came to a grave and said, whoever is there, please, don't let my mother take these flowers because this is wrong and my house is very sad because of this. Even with all those colors, our life is gray. So they were leaving with a bunch of flowers in their hands, man, and strangely, it suddenly started to rain. It was raining a lot, a bizarre downpour, and both of them fell as they were passing through the cemetery gate. It all happened very quickly, according to my mother. When they woke up, the rain had stopped and they realized that the flowers had mysteriously disappeared from my grandmother's and my mother's hands. When they got home, all the flowers that had been placed there before were gone. It seemed like someone had gone in there and taken everything. After that, my mother kept wondering if what she said at the cemetery could have caused their collective fainting and everything else, right? I don't know if that's true, Leo. But if my mother said it, I believe her. And thank you, Leo.